With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 300 undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
This is Live Bet Saturday on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
It is Live Bet Saturday here on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. He's Geoff Schwartz. I'm Marc Malusis. We have 5:37 to go in the opening quarter. Houston right now leading Golden State 13-9. Rockets not shooting the ball well. Golden State not shooting the ball at all. Low-scoring opening quarter up until this point in time. Golden State, without Jimmy Butler tonight, came into this one as a 2-point favorite over the Houston Rockets in the 7-2 matchup out in the Western Conference. And we're trying to kind of catch our breath after the ending of Denver and the Los Angeles Clippers. We were not on the air. We were during the course of the break. But, I mean, it was a ridiculous ending between Denver and Los Angeles. Series tied up at 2 games apiece. Gordon with the game-winning dunk at the buzzer to win it for Denver.
So I guess I have so many questions about this, right? So I guess it's your hand touching the ball, right? Like that, because if you release the ball in a game-winning shot and it's off your hand with obviously time remaining, it can score as time expires, as we know, correct? Okay, I'm right on that?
Correct.
But what if your hand is on the ball as it's already in the cylinder after you've dunked it? Like does that make, like, you, as you dunk the ball in, your hand is touching the ball, but the ball is in the cylinder? Like, I just find that part of, like, I don't know, I'm curious to see what they do in the after report. I think his hand was still on the ball when time expired, but the ball was inside the basket for a good basket already.
Well, the interesting thing to me is when you look at it, and we were watching it live as it was unfolding and trying to, describe it to everyone out there, whether you're watching or whether you're listening to us on Sirius XM, Geoff. And it was hard. They called it no basket initially on the court, and then went to review. Gordon ran off the court before he ran back on as it was being reviewed. They took anywhere from 2 to 4 minutes to review it. Was there decided evidence that it cleared the basket where his fingers were not on the basket? But once it clears through the cylinder, does it matter? Like, I don't know. To be honest with you, I'm not going to tell you that I know the NBA rule book backwards and forwards when it comes to that. It's such a rare instance that it's difficult to kind of tell you. I think they made the right call. I got to be honest with you. I don't think there's going to be any kind of I don't think there's going to be anybody that's going to go out there that the Clippers got screwed here or that there was some great injustice. I think it was the right call. I think Denver won the game, even though it wasn't for the betterment of you and I and for our audience as we gave it out at halftime. The Clippers were down by 2, 50-48. We liked Los Angeles in the second half, laying 2.5. If that game goes to overtime, tied at 99, and they declare that not to be a basket, we both loved the Clippers in overtime to pull away from Denver. Jokic looks absolutely gassed. And to think about, he takes an off-balance 3. I think it was a 3. Maybe his foot was inside the line on one leg. Bad. I mean, terrible, right? But I mean, when you look at it, was he shooting it or was he passing it? Because he sets up Gordon with the perfect alley-oop dunk.
He's absolutely shooting it. So they get a break, though. They don't play again until Tuesday. So for Jokic to rest, I mean, he played a lot of minutes. He did not take his break. I don't think he took his break at all in the second half. I think he played all the way through the second half. He played, look at the box score right here. I mean, he played 43 minutes, played the most minutes, him and Aaron Gordon tonight. Like, he didn't take his break. So, I mean, he is very winded. I would imagine that flight home will be nice tonight after that win. I'm sure he had a lot to say, too, after the game. That's, he is after games. He's very, very talkative. One wager quickly that might catch my eye. Steph Curry has started terribly today. He's 0 for 3 from 3. He's getting good looks. I wonder if there's a wager that I might take, like Steph over points at some point. I might do it in the break here as I get to the end of the first quarter. Because, I mean, he's he's going to get a high volume of attempts tonight, unless the game's a blowout, which I don't see it happening because I don't think Houston can score enough. It does feel like right now it's set at 22.5. I mean, I feel like that's not a bad number to take.
I don't think that's a bad number, especially if you like Golden State in the game. I mean, where else are they going to go? It's not going to be the Jimmy Butler show. He's not playing in the game tonight. So, if that's the number sitting right now, I think that's a solid play when you're looking at Steph Curry, even with that, because if they're going to win this game and take a 2-1 series lead, Curry's going to have to go out there and give you at the very least, he's giving you 28 to 30 points.
Correct. It's up to 20. I tried to get it in. It's at 23.5. Now I tried to get in as soon as possible. I got beaten by the gun there. So, I trust Curry to have to do it tonight. As I mentioned, 0 for 3 from 3-pointer is they take the lead now. So my first quarter is live. It's live, buddy.
There you go. They've taken the lead. Nice. Golden State with the 18-17 lead right now. You look at Maple Leafs and Senators. I don't think the third period's gotten underway just as of yet. End of the second, money has rolled in on the Toronto Maple Leafs. They're now minus 128 to win the game. They were down 2-0 at one point in time. We gave it out at the end of the opening period, down 2-1 at plus 196. They're now minus 128 to win the game. They're up in Ottawa taking on the Senators. The Leafs lead that series 3-0. One other game to go on in the Stanley Cup playoffs gets going a little under than from an hour from now out in Colorado, the Avalanche and the Dallas Stars. Colorado, a heavy favorite at home, down 2-1 in the series, minus 192. The Dallas Stars are plus 158. The total in the game, when you're looking at goals, if you're looking at that, 6.5. It's favored to the under, minus 134. If you like under 6.5 goals, over is plus 110.
This has been a wager that most of the totals in this postseason have been 5.5. So they're looking at the way this series has been played. And Colorado, I mean, their total has been 3.5, 2. Like they've been expected to score goals, they just haven't. And we've seen in these sort of must-win moments, for the most part in the NHL, so far teams have come out with a little bit of fire, a little bit. Canadians yesterday, right? Oilers last night. Even the Devils earlier today with the Lightning. So it is a good spot to take the Avalanche here at home, just like having to win, right? Again, the Stars have led, for all of 71 seconds in this series. So, again, a good opportunity, I think, to make some money here. You could take also as well, I mean, what's it at right now? Just the 60-minute number is, I see 132. Minus 132. That's an opportunity to take Colorado here instead of the minus 204 for the full game.
2 baseball games have yet to get underway. One will get underway shortly here. That's Pittsburgh on the road in Los Angeles taking on the Dodgers. Keller and Sasaki, your pitching matchup. The Pirates are plus 215. The Dodgers, as you would expect, are minus 260. When you're looking at the run total, it's at 8.5, favored to the over at minus 122. And the Miami Marlins, right around 9:41 Eastern time, on the road in Seattle, taking on the Mariners. Good pitching matchup in this one, Gillespie and Luis Castillo. The Seattle Mariners are favored in this one, minus 220. Marlins are plus 184. When you're looking at the run total, it's set at 7.5, favored to the over at minus 120. If you like the under, it's minus 102, Geoff.
Yeah, we'll get to watch some night baseball. When the Dodgers are playing at home, especially as we get to the first pitch tonight, I just like the under for the most part. Night games, Los Angeles, cooler weather, the ball just doesn't travel, and then their pitching staff is obviously outstanding. So I tend to go under if we talk about games in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I can understand that. A couple baseball games going on right now. Rays and Padres, they're in the bottom of the second. They're scoreless. San Diego favored in the game, and they've gotten off to a rip-roaring start to begin the season. They're minus 172. Tampa Bay is plus 134. Arizona Diamondbacks, Atlanta Braves. Braves leading that one 2-1. They're in the bottom of the fourth. Atlanta favored to win the game, minus 106. Atlanta not favored. Arizona favored to win the game, minus 120. The Astros and Kansas City Royals. Royals leading that one 2-0. They're in the middle of the eighth, and as you would expect, the Kansas City Royals are heavily favored in that game, minus 5,000, as the Houston Astros only have one more time up at the plate, down to 3 outs, and they're down 2-0 in the game, Geoff.
Yeah. The Royals just, it doesn't matter now, but they don't score a lot of runs. They have trouble scoring
No,
runs.
they don't.
You win 2-0, it doesn't matter, right? How many runs you score, you score one more than your opponent. So, yeah, obviously nothing live to play in baseball right now. Live wagers in baseball, man. I think I only take underdogs if I think the bullpen, like if you're losing to the Rockies or the White Sox, like by a run or two, I might dabble in looking at you, taking you live if you're playing a bad bullpen. But otherwise, I can't imagine I take many baseball wagers throughout a game.
And what do you have in this Golden State game opening quarter? 18-18?
I just
2:08 to go in the opening quarter?
I paid a little bit of price for the money line for the first quarter. So
nice.
I just need a
And that's
tie.
live.
Obviously I'd take a win, a tie, push, fine. I think it was either laying a half a point was I think the option for me. Or I can look at my number, what I got. I got to open up one of my apps to check it out. So yeah, the game is, at least I see 19-18 Rockets right now. I think this game's going to just be one of these games, like a barn burner the entire game. It's just going to be both teams under 100, I think, for tonight. It's just the Warriors can't score. Rockets, it's not what they do best. So do you agree with me? We're going to see this game sort of hover around right there?
Yeah, I think it's going to be an ugly game. Yeah, I'm with you. Especially if Steph continues to struggle shooting the basketball, and that's fine. I mean, hopefully we get a game that ended like in our favor, but ended like the Denver Clippers game. I mean, that was an insane ending. It really was. I still can't believe, you saw the Gordon dunk at the end of regulation to win it.
So let me cash this first quarter, and you cash full game.
Yeah,
I got nothing on the full game.
That's it. That's it.
I had the one kid to score over 13.5 points. Got 5 so far. So they just cannot make a shot, dude. The Warriors.
It's Live Bet Saturday, VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is Live Bet Saturday on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Right now, going on in the third period, Leafs tied, I should say, with the Senators 2-2, 15-28 mark of that third period. Toronto trailed in this game at one point in time 2-0. And if you're looking at the live action right now, Toronto minus 130 on the money line. Ottawa is plus 102. As far as the NBA goes, one game just end of the first quarter, the Rockets leading the Golden State Warriors 22-18. Houston now plus minus 158 on the money line. Golden State is plus 124. How many points does Curry have at the end of the opening quarter, Geoff?
2.
Yeah, that's not going to last.
No.
I mean, that's not going to last. I'm sorry for your opening quarter bet.
It's all right. It happens.
It doesn't. No, that's fair. It does happen. But Go
on.
No, I would say this. If you like Golden State for the game and you were laying the 2, even without Jimmy Butler, Curry's going to get going. They're home. The one thing, as I mentioned, Houston has not been able to take advantage of Golden State's poor shooting to begin the game. They're only up 4 at the end of the opening quarter. Unless this ends up just being a game, Geoff, that nobody shoots the basketball well, everybody struggles, a very low-scoring affair, nobody gets going, and it ends up. I would imagine Steph Curry is going to have a huge impact on this game at one point in time, and Houston's going to have to withstand that.
I mean, it's certainly probably probable, but it just, I mean, they just have to get there at some point, right? I mean, it's just been that type of ugly game right now, and you got to hope at some point that if you're on the Warriors, I mean, you're on any of these teams, that there's some semblance of offense at some point.
Yeah, they got to get going. I mean, I would. What number would entice you? Like, if you look at it right now, Golden State trailing by 4 at the end. Now they're trailing by 6. 11:21 to go in the second quarter. Golden State is plus 3.5. Houston is now minus 3.5.
Nothing. I mean, I just how are they going to score? I mean, I think Steph's going to score. I mean, it'd be great, but I don't really know how he's going to score. Or
Yeah,
not, he's going to score. How everyone's going to score.
I get it. I mean, Curry's got such ridiculous range, though. We'll see as this one unfolds. It's an ugly start out there in Golden State. There's no doubt about it. The Warriors trailing by 6 at the 11:02 mark of the second quarter, 24-18. The Houston Rockets came into this one as a slight 2-point underdog. Let's look ahead to tomorrow a little bit, Geoff, and we'll get into the NHL, and we already gave you our thoughts on the game that's about to get underway, or about underway in about 40 minutes out in Colorado, as the Colorado Avalanche are a heavy favorite at home against the Dallas Stars. They're minus 192. The Stars are plus 158. The goals in the game is 6.5. It's favored toward the under at minus 134. Pretty cool moment in the previous game as Gabriel Landeskog made his return after basically being out for 3 years with a knee injury for the Colorado Avalanche. Made his return. Their captain still. Dallas leads the series 2-1. Colorado a heavy favorite, more talented team in this one. As you mentioned before, what was the ridiculous stat? How long has Dallas led this series for?
71
led
seconds.
In games? 71 seconds. Think about it. 71 seconds, and they lead the series.
Yeah. Ottawa, by the way, back ahead on a goal. Kachuk just like destroyed a guy on the defensive side, and they got a little breakaway and boom, pass in. So 3-2 Senators. I did not play the Maple Leafs, so I stayed away from that one.
You did not hop on a board as I did at plus 196, unfortunately, but we'll see what happens. Ottawa's now taking a 3-2 lead, under 12 minutes to go in regulation, looking to stave off elimination and stave off the sweep at the hands of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Let's look ahead to big quadruple header of NBA basketball tomorrow, Geoff, and get your quick thoughts on it. The Knicks, they're on the road in Detroit, lead the series 2-1, victorious on Thursday night out in Detroit. Have had a huge break here. They're getting 2 on the road, plus 112 if you like them on the money line. The Pistons minus 132. The total in the game is sitting at 217. Anything with Knicks and Pistons game 4?
I mean, I go back to sort of like that first quarter idea, which I like playing. I mean, the Pistons come off a loss. They have to win, right? Do we agree? Like this, they can't go back to New York down 3-1. But I thought they had to win game 3. Not had to win game 3. I thought they would play better in game 3 early on, and just didn't do it. So I would lean toward that. I think the Knicks are probably better in the end, but you can early on end up getting some value there in a fast start for Detroit.
All right, how about the Lakers? They're on the road in Minnesota. The T-Wolves lead this series 2-1. Luka's sick in game 3. Lakers, you got a tremendous performance by LeBron, but not enough. You're looking at this game, Minnesota 3.5-point favorite. They're minus 158 on the money line. The total is sitting at 209. Anything with the Lakers and T-Wolves, if Luka's healthy and ready to go, and over what would he have, a stomach bug or food poisoning, do you think the Lakers end up even up this series at 2 games apiece?
I think so. I'm a Lakers fan. I don't feel great about it. I'm not going to lie. But yes, I think the Lakers win this game. The game was close for a while, and then at the very end, the Timberwolves pulled away last night. I think we're going to see a Lakers team that gets it done at the end. I hope so, obviously. I don't feel great about it, though. It seems to be a tough matchup for the Lakers.
All right, how about the Celtics? They're on the road in Orlando, 7 o'clock tip Sunday night. Boston, a 6.5-point favorite. The total in the game is sitting at 197.5.
Yeah, the biggest wager I make in the NBA postseason so far will be Boston to cover this game. They've been BSing a little bit in these games. I think after that loss the other day, where offensively they were a wreck. They did not shoot the ball well. This one-on-one offense, man, where like Jaylen Brown just takes the ball, dribbles forever, and takes a bad shot. Brown does the same thing. Tatum does the same thing every now and then. They're going to get back to moving the ball a little bit. They were 9 for 27 from 3. That's how they go sometimes. They shot better than the Magic did, which is the Magic won a game shooting 25% from 3. They shot only 4 more foul shots. They're barely out-rebounded. Was Boston. More turnovers, 21 turnovers. That plays a big role, obviously, in a loss. So I very much like Boston to take control of this series back. This is 6.5 because is Tatum not playing tomorrow or just people betting the Magic? I don't know why this is so low. It wasn't this low the other day.
No, it wasn't. It's 6.5. I don't know why. I didn't see what the opening.
It was like what it ended up closing at. It closed about this right after Tatum was announced to play, right?
Correct. I believe it did. Earlier on in the series, it was a bigger number than this.
Well, so obviously in Boston, the Magic they're so slow on offense, as we know. They don't score a ton of points. I mean, they won a game 95-93. Like, is Boston going to lose many games? So I will. This will be like a 2-unit play for me. I just really like Boston tomorrow.
You're all over the Celtics laying the 6.5, and I concur. I agree with you. I think it's a huge bounce back moment for the Celtics after they lost Game 3 down in Orlando. All right, how about the Indiana Pacers? They're in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Milwaukee, a 4.5-point home favorite. The total in the game is set at 226.5.
Yeah, what a tale of two halves, right? Early on, Indiana was dominating, and then all of a sudden, Milwaukee came out in third quarter and did their thing. I'd probably lean more toward Indiana. They obviously played better the first 2 games. Dame did not play, as we know, in Game 1, and he looked better in Game 2. Still only had 7 points. I think I would target Lillard over points. It's been rough the first 2 games back, and maybe you just say to yourself, oh, well, like, that's just what it is right now. You know, he can't score. He can't contribute in the way he wants to because he's off this long layoff. I would probably play Lillard over points. See what I can get there, and maybe back the Pacers. I haven't thought about a side or total in that one yet.
Yeah, I'm taking Indiana. I liked Indiana before the series started. I'm going to take Indiana to take a 3-1 series lead. I like your Lillard angle. I would. I think he could go over points and Indiana could still win the basketball game, but I'll take the Pacers, who I think for the most part have been the better team in this series. The NBA and NHL playoffs are heating up. MLB in full swing, and the Kentucky Derby, we're a week away, almost here. Don't just watch, but bet smarter with VSiN Pro. Right now, get full VSiN Pro access through August 1st for just $59, saving you over 33% off the monthly price. Sign up and get instant access to a daily recap of best bets from all VSiN hosts and guests, exclusive betting splits from DraftKings and Circa, 24/7 live video and full show replays on the VSiN Watch app, plus our Kentucky Derby betting guide dropping April 30th with previews and best bets on the Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks. Every sport, every edge, one low price. Sign up now at vsin.com/subscribe. That's vsin.com/subscribe. He's Geoff Schwartz. I'm Marc Malusis. This is Live Bet Saturday right here on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Live Bet Saturday on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Derby Day is almost here. Why not make your first bet your best bet? With First Bet, you can wager on Churchill Downs, Belmont Park, and tracks around the world, all from your phone. Go to firstbet.com. That's the number 1, stbet.com, and enter promo code VSiN200 for a $200 sign-up bonus. Don't miss out. Bet smarter on the Derby with firstbet.com. This is Live Bet Saturday on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. He's Geoff Schwartz. I am Marc Malusis. The NFL Draft has come and gone. 3 raucous days out there in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And listen, the NFL does a great job of making the events bigger, bolder, and more outrageous. And the NFL Draft has become more outrageous when you look at it, Geoff. There's no doubt. But, for all these guys that get drafted into the National Football League, you did. It's just a tremendous moment in your life. And the NFL is king. May 14th, the schedules get released. We know the opponents for each and every team, but how do they stack up during the course of the regular season? That's coming your way in about 2 weeks. The NFL has made it, every day in a month, and every month there's a day to pay attention to. They are like the King Kong when you're looking at sports. There's no doubt. What was your impressions of the NFL Draft the last 3 days? What hit you?
Well, one thing, Cam Ward is a multimillionaire now after what happened. Not what happened, he was drafted first overall. But I feel like we just ignored that because the Sanders talk was so strong, Mark, that like this guy was the first pick in the draft and no one talked about it. It's like not talking. It's wild. It's not talking about it at all. Which again, it's like stunning to me that we normally spend all this time evaluating that guy, praising that player, and nothing has been said about King. We focus so much on Shedeur. So that was frustrating to me. When you look, one thing too, we all get things wrong. Okay, like that's part of sports evaluation, and it's okay to just be like, I got something wrong. And the people that were doing the broadcast like refused to just say that they got it wrong. They kept doubling and tripling down. It's like very clear. The NFL, man, look, the NFL will tell you how they feel about you. Did I want to be drafted in the 7th round? No, I didn't want to be drafted in the 7th round. But the NFL told me you're a 7th round pick. The NFL told Shedeur Sanders he's a 5th round pick. And you might have him 5th over on your big board. You have to evaluate why you did. And the entire time, we just kept hearing from people saying, I can't believe this happened. I can't believe that. Tell me why it's happening. Like, find out why is it happening. The viewers want to know why. I want to know why he's dropping. Please tell me. And they just kept going back and back and back to the idea of just like, essentially, thing's all about Shedeur. By the way, Toronto just tied up. So if you're feeling your Leafs here, money line is back.
Oh, what a pass! What a pass. Look at that. We're tied up at 3. Leafs are not dead yet, Geoff.
I might hop in here with you a little bit. I think the Leafs are going to win this one. Oh no.
I agree with you about Cam Ward. I agree. And the Sanders conversation basically took over the landscape because I think people were just stunned. But they told you, I'm sure it motivated you, Geoff, as a 7th round pick, right? And you had a good NFL career. I hopefully motivate Shedeur Sanders as him being a 5th round pick by the Cleveland Browns. And we went over that quarterback situation in that quarterback room. One guy that did not fall, because you can make the argument that he was the best overall player in this draft, was Travis Hunter, right? The ridiculous freak cornerback, wide receiver out of Colorado, the Heisman Trophy winner. The Jacksonville Jaguars move up with the Cleveland Browns from 5 to 2 to go draft him 2nd overall on Thursday night. And I've got some Travis Hunter props, Geoff, that I want to throw at you. We ran through some Rookie of the Year, offensive and defensive Rookie of the Year. We went through them before. All right, Travis Hunter, now with the Jaguars, drafted by the Jaguars, 2nd overall, to record 1,000 plus regular season receiving yards at plus 230.
Okay, so we'll go through all of these, but I'll just tell you one thing before we start. Well, okay, do you want me to do like the sour grapes take now or later?
Let's do it later. Let me run through them, and then you tell me anything that interests you, all right?
Okay.
So Hunter to record 1,000 plus regular season receiving yards plus 230. Travis Hunter to record 75 plus regular season receptions and record 2 plus regular season interceptions plus 250. Travis Hunter to score 10 plus touchdowns combined, offensive and defensive touchdowns, you're getting 7 to 1. Travis Hunter to record 5 plus regular season offensive touchdowns and 1 plus regular season defensive touchdowns, 12 to 1. Travis Hunter to score 1 plus touchdown and record 1 plus interception in season debut is 16 to 1. Travis Hunter records 750 regular season receiving yards and record 5 plus regular season interceptions. If you like that, you're getting 17 to 1.
Well, geez, I'll start with what I was going to start with, and we'll work ourselves backwards.
Yes.
You can't wager on a single prop to know what position he's going to play.
Do you think there's an idea that he could be a two-way player?
Okay. Yes. I think people have said that Jacksonville trading up and losing a first-round pick next season was like you're drafting 2 players, right? Like you're drafting 2 players instead of 1. But, Mark, Travis Hunter is remarkable. He is a special talent. He seems like a good kid, like all the things you want in a 2nd pick overall. But the reality of it is this, right? A college playbook, let's just say, they're all on iPads now, but a paper playbook is like 1 inch thick, okay? The NFL playbook is 3 inches thick. And you don't have enough time to learn both positions at the level you have to learn it. And what he did at Colorado was he played cornerback full-time and then a package of wide receiver plays. That can, now obviously he played as a wide receiver every snap, but he stayed on one side of the field, didn't have a big route tree, and like that's what he did. That makes a little sense. Cornerback full-time, wide receiver part-time. If you flip it, you can't play cornerback part-time. I'll give you the reasons why. One is, again, like the playbook. It's a big playbook. Defense is complicated. It's not just line up in front of one guy and guard him the entire time. If you want that to be your defense, if I offensively know that Travis Hunter's always in man coverage, I have an advantage over that, right? I know exactly what defense you're going to be in. I want that. I want to know what defense you're going to be in. And so you can't just say, Travis, go cover Justin Jefferson. What? How's it fair to Travis Hunter to play wide receiver full time, then go guard the best wide receiver on the other team? It's not going to work that way. So I think he is a wide receiver now. Entering the process, he was probably a corner, but wide receiver, the value in that position now is so much higher. So the one wager I think right now, the 1,000 yards seems doable. That one seems doable. The first one you mentioned. The other ones are ridiculous. Like to only get 16-1 in my book for first game to have, what was it? 2 touchdowns, 1 offense, 1 defense. Did I have that one correctly?
Right. Travis Hunter to score 1+ touchdowns and record 1+ interception in season debut, 16-1.
That should be like 100-1. That's what are we doing? I mean, I
imagine that to me.
I imagine Deion probably did this in a game. I don't even know. I'm sure we could find. I mean, did Deion score on offense?
Deion definitely.
And defense.
Well, but here's the thing: is no one threw Deion's way. I mean, that's the other issue when you look at it, right? So he was but no one, because everyone respected his ability to be a ball hawk when, he's arguably the greatest defensive back, greatest corner, I should say, the National Football League has ever seen. I agree with you. I'm curious in terms of you're moving up, you're an offensive-minded coach in Liam Cohen coming over from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I would have to imagine that it's going to be more than just a package of plays for Travis Hunter offensively, because your job there is to get the best out of Trevor Lawrence, is it not? I mean, that's why you got the job, because of what you did in Baker and your offensive vision. So your job there is to basically resurrect and help Trevor Lawrence reach what he potentially can be in the National Football League.
Which is why I sort of always thought that he would end up playing offense if Jacksonville drafted him. I thought Jacksonville was going offense at 5 no matter what. Like that's what I thought it would be. And obviously that's what Liam Cohen said they were going to do, just use the draft to get Trevor Lawrence better. And they ended up doing that. And that's why Genty made a little bit of sense too, I guess, because you just want to add weapons, right? To your offense. So I think Hunter's going to be used primarily as a wide receiver. I don't think you could do both. I think they're going to go into the regular season, or really training camp, I should say, and tell him he can do both and try it out for 4 days and realize it just can't happen. There's a physical toll to it, a mental toll to it. That's all. He's 190 pounds. Again, playing the Big 12, playing the NFL are 2 different things. It's just not going to happen the way he wants it to.
He's Geoff Schwartz. I'm Marc Malusis. It's Live Bet Saturday right here on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is Live Bet Saturday on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
All right, update you on the Stanley Cup playoffs right now. The Toronto Maple Leafs and Ottawa Senators, they're tied at 3. They are going to overtime. And we're looking at, let me just give you a quick update. The Rockets are up 44-36 late second quarter out in Golden State against the Warriors. Warriors came into that one as a 2-point favorite. Geoff, I want to ask you, because the draft and NFL free agency, Marc Malusis and Geoff Schwartz with you on this Saturday. It's live Bet Saturday on VSiN, the sports betting network. Let's get into some division winners. The schedules get released May 14th. We know what the opponents are going to be, right? When you look at because you have a kind of a full glance with now free agency and the draft kind of, and people reacting who won, who lost when it comes to the NFL draft and the direction of teams. I want to get your quick thoughts here on the AFC East. Go run through the divisions here quickly. AFC East, you look at the Buffalo Bills, they're minus 230. Dolphins are 5-1. Patriots are plus 550. The Jets are 15-1. Is there anybody in the other three teams, Dolphins, Patriots, Jets, is there any significant pressure on the Bills in 2025? Or are they the runaway winner in the AFC East?
I mean, the Patriots are interesting, but I feel like they're the hot, look at me, everyone's like favorite choice to be the team to upset, which I got to see it all put together, year one of Vrabel. I just need to see it all put together, Mark. Miami, nah, I'm out on them. Jets out. So it would be Buffalo or no one. The best quarterback in division, which obviously is a huge component to the success you need to win the division.
All right, how about the AFC North? Ravens are minus 140. Bengals are plus 220. Steelers right now are 5-1. The Browns are 28-1 to win the AFC North. Bengals, obviously, notorious slow starters in these seasons. I wonder if the Steelers line moves significantly if and when Aaron Rodgers finally comes in to be their starting quarterback, and what's your belief there? But how about the biggest threat to the Ravens, or do you think this is, obviously Baltimore is the betting favorite, do you think Joe Burrow and the Bengals, or do you think Rodgers and the Steelers are the biggest threat?
Not Rodgers and the Steelers. I think it's a Burrow, Bengals, Ravens division, right? I mean, look, we go through all these. We're going to boil these down, right? For the most part, the division winner is the best quarterback in the division. Just is. Go through all of them. Now, some years it's the best quarterback playing in that division, not the most talented quarterback or not the quarterback that has been the best, right? But like the best quarterback in divisions in that division is Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow. Now, Joe Burrow didn't have the defense to go with it. The Ravens do. And so that's why they're in that situation. So I think those are the two teams. I default to Ravens for now. If the Bengals defense is that much better this season, I think you would look at the Bengals as being division winners. They just got to start faster. They start every year 1-4, 1-3. You can't do that. So if they're able to be better on that side, I do think that the Bengals can. I think I would probably. What would I get the Bengals at right now? What was it at?
The Bengals are plus 220.
It's not even that good. It's not even good of a number. Here's what you do on this one, right? We just say this: the Bengals start slow again. You just take them like week 4 to win the division, like that. Makes more sense, right?
That does make sense. You're right. How about the South? Houston plus 115. The Jaguars with their new head coach Liam Cohen plus 290. The Colts are 3-1. The Titans are 7-1. Concern I have about Houston. I love Stroud. Offensive line, Geoff, was a disaster. Obviously, they traded Laramie Tunsil to the Commanders during the course of the offseason. Is that Texans' offensive line? Stroud got knocked around and sacked a lot last year.
Yeah, he did. The scheme was bad too. It was a really bad scheme. Like they don't allow Stroud in that scheme to essentially change protections. They call it and run it, which is it's an issue with Shanahan offenses. It's a long note, but the Slowick's gone, so things will be different. They try to improve their offensive line in the draft and free agency, right? So they're going to be a little bit better, I think. But again, go back to the theory. So Cam Ward not ready yet. I'm going to fade the Colts all season. Richardson and Daniel Jones, no, sir, gone on that. In Jacksonville, right? Like Jacksonville is like I don't know, a maybe. Like I feel great about Jacksonville. So it's got to be Houston for me.
All right, how about in the AFC West? The Chiefs, as you would expect, minus 120. Patrick Mahomes saying we're going to unleash the aerial attack in 2025. Los Angeles Chargers with Harbaugh second year plus 310. The Broncos plus 370. The Vegas Raiders with their new head coach Pete Carroll, new leadership there. They're 10-1.
Do you want to be the person that bets against the Chiefs? Like, is that what you want to do?
No, I do not.
I would not want to be that person. Look, I thought after the Super Bowl they were going to reload. Like reload's the wrong word. Not reboot. Sort of take this year, reboot the roster. But when Kelsey came back, they're going for it again with Kelsey back. So that to me feels like an AFC West wager, right? If they were going to not go for it, Kelsey was going to retire. Maybe they cut a couple players here and there, but they didn't do that. They went aggressive in acquiring players again. They have to play some young guys on the offensive line. I get that, but their draft was really good. So I think the answer here is Chiefs as usual until proven otherwise. Very quickly, by the way, halftime in Golden State, 49-46 Rockets.
49-46. So Golden State cut into that lead there. 1 point in time, down 10, only down 3 at the half. We'll get into some halftime bets coming your way top of the hour. How about the Philadelphia Eagles? They're minus 160. The Commanders plus 230. Cowboys 7-1. Giants are 27-1 in the NFC East.
Well, it's not going to be the Giants.
It's not going to be the Giants. It's really, to me, honestly, Geoff, it's either the Commanders. I don't think Dallas is good enough. It's a question of whether or not Washington can challenge Philadelphia in the East. And if the Eagles stay healthy, they're by far the best team in the NFC East.
Yeah, I think I'm still going with the Eagles until sort of proven otherwise, right? So I would say Philly. Washington, I don't think quite there yet. Dan Daniels was great in year 1. Let's see what he can do in year 2. I like how they've done the roster. Like I like all that. The Phillies roster is just better. And you gotta prove you can beat them.
NFC North, Lions plus 125, Packers plus 270, Vikings are plus 390 with J.J. McCarthy at quarterback, Bears are plus 490. The NFC North is one of the more intriguing divisions in football when you look at it from competitive nature, top on down, with Ben Johnson at head coach and year 2 for Caleb Williams in Chicago. That's an intriguing story and how they've rebuilt that offensive line.
Yeah, this one's interesting, right? Lions have a lot of turnover, but you got to think they're going to be better on defense, right? Like they're going to be better on defense because they're going to be healthier. This is a tough one for me. I would not Vikings probably, not Bears yet. Packers are still like the Packers last year have lost 5 games to all the playoff teams in the NFC. Like that concerns me. I would probably be boring and take Lions for now, and pivot maybe to another team who starts fast. I think there's a lot of unknown. Like I think I know what the Lions are. Bears are unknown with the new pieces they have. The Vikings are unknown with a new quarterback, and the Packers. Maybe this is the. Do you think this is the year for the Packers? Like, are they finally breaking through? Okay, so they're finally breaking through for you.
Division.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they are. I like Green Bay in the division. Quickly, let's go through the South and the West. South, Tampa's plus 110, Falcons plus 230, Carolina plus 430, Saints are 7-1.
I think Carolina is much better this season.
I can see that. I would dabble with Atlanta, how they attack the defense in the draft. I would take the Falcons at plus 230.
I almost can't take the Falcons because I hate that James Pierce trades so much that I don't think I could talk myself into that. Is that fair?
That's fair. All right, yeah. NFC West, Rams plus 165, 49ers plus 170, the Arizona Cardinals plus 450, and the Seahawks are plus 550.
Yeah. Give me the Rams. I'll probably wager on the Rams to win the NFC. Think about this last year, right? So they were down 6 in a snowstorm in Philadelphia to beat the Eagles.
Yeah.
Minus 2 in turnovers. All McVay, head coach, and Stafford have done when healthy is win a ton of football games each and every season. Each and every season.
And that defense
is getting better.
He is an unbelievable coach.
Yes.
Great coach, great coaching staff, and Stafford back.
I don't get the Niners being in this discussion. They've gotten worse this year.
I agree. I'm with you. I would never take the Niners at plus 175. ProfitX offering the best odds all baseball season long. ProfitX is a peer-to-peer sports betting exchange available in 40 plus states, the first of its kind in the U.S. You'll be able to make your sports picks against other groups of fans rather than against sports books. Exchange guarantees you the best odds on average by 10 to 20%. You can even request your own odds. Download ProfitX today. Use code VSIN, VSIN, and earn up to $200 in profit cash over your first month. We got playoff action abound He's Geoff Schwartz. I'm Marc Malusis. It's Live Bet Saturday right here on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.